In the name of God. Actually, it's very difficult to talk before all this audience and feel tensed in the wait for the awards, and the tension that's spreading here and prevailing here. But I'll try to be brief, and I promise that I will not take more than half an hour. At the beginning, I have a number of confessions. Actually, I've imagined that when I started to participate with the colleagues in the arbitrary committee that I will spend boring time in academic works, lengthy and boring ones. But the surprise was that in most of these works are vivid works that touch the lives of poor people, simple people. And the other surprise was that the number of projects submitted and that were competing with a very high standard. The surprise was that most of them were conducted in very risky and hazardous areas. Such surprises have made our mission difficult, and yet we were happy for this level of investigative journalists that we've seen. Lengthy and extensive discussions that we've done, but to do the arbitration is very difficult, and for many reasons and for many factors. And the differences between the winning works and the non-winning works are very minimal, actually, and all should know. And the competitors should know in any competition that winning or unwinning is not related to the quality of work only. There are many other factors that have to do with this, the competence, the number of works, the level, and so on. So I will take the chance here to just give some recommendations to investigative journalists. Don't be very keen about the quality of information only, but be keen about the shape and the form that you'll present this work in. And in this regard, the technical work that you will present, the technical shape, so that it reaches out to the biggest number of people. And as we said in the first day, the tale, the narrative is, or the story is one of the quickest means to convey a message and an idea. People like to listen to stories, and they love to listen to them despite the differences in their cultures and the countries and the locations they come from. This is why narrating the investigative report in a story type means it's a quicker spread for it, because this is what all investigative journalists look for, to mainstream it. Say the truth while smiling. No, there's no use to be frowning. And here I would like to salute those who work under war conditions. Working in investigative journalism is very difficult, and those who work in it acknowledge its difficulty, especially in the Arab region, and it's even more and more dangerous in conflict zones. That's why let us salute especially the Yemeni young journalists who worked under the war circumstances, and those young journalists who work in Palestine. A special greeting to investigative female journalists who compete and struggle to pave their way among their male colleagues. I salute, of course, my colleagues in the arbitrary team, who, without really complimenting them, I really benefited from the knowledge they have through our discussions. Marwan, you and your staff, you do marvelous work. And actually, it will not be appreciated until your hair turns white. This is when you see that all these journalists have grown, and now we have in the Arab world then a generation of investigative journalists, females and males, in the time of nonsense, who challenge the world through their work. Finally, and on the occasion, and even without an occasion, long live Palestine, free and independent.